Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First things first, a couple of announcements. Number one, please turn your phones off. And secondly, if anyone happens to find a Duran Duran CD box set somewhere in the auditorium, I really need that. So please hand it back to me at the end of the show and enjoy.
Leave it! We haven't got time!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Cornley Polytechnic Drama Society's spring production of The Murder at Havisham Manor! I would like to personally welcome you to what will be my directorial debut. And my first production as head of the Drama Society. We are particularly excited about this production, as for the first time in the Society's history, we've managed to find a play that fits our company's numbers perfectly. If we're being honest, a lack of numbers has hampered past productions. Last year's Chekhov play, Two Sisters, or last Christmas's The Lion and the Wardrobe, and of course our summer musical, Cat. It may interest you to know that this will also be the first time the Society has been able to present a play of this scale. There's no question that we usually have to contend with a small budget, such as in last year's presentation of James and the Peach. Of course, during the run of that particular show, the Peach went off and we were forced to present a hastily devised alternative entitled James, Where's Your Peach? Finally, we can present a play as it should be, and which, may I say, has been exceptionally well cast. I'm sure no one will forget the problems we've had with casting before, such as in last year's presentation of Snow White and the Tall, Broad Gentleman. Or indeed in our previous year's pantomime, another Disney classic, Ugly and the Beast. But now, without further ado, please put your hands together for not yet. Please put your hands together for Susie H.K. Bridewell's thrilling whodunit, The Murder at Havisham Manor!
Charlie, you ready? We're all waiting downstairs for the Gloucester engagement. Charlie! Come along now, Charlie. You've been in there for hours now. If I didn't know better, I'd say you were having second thoughts about the wedding. Hang it all, Charlie. If you want to come out, I'm coming in. Damn. He's locked the door. Hand me those keys, Perkins.
Here they are, Mr. Collymore.
Thank you, Perkins. Let's get this door open. We're coming in, Charlie! We're coming in! There we are! We're in! What's this? Charles, unconscious!
Asleep, surely, Mr. Collymore.
Damn it, Perkins, I hope so.
I'll take his pulse.
Blast! I knew something was wrong. So unlike Charles to disappear like this.
Sir, he's dead!
Dead? Damn it, Perkins, he can't be. He's my closest friend.
He's not breathing, sir, and there's no hint of an heartbeat.
Dumbfounded. He was right as rain an hour ago.
I don't understand, sir. He was as fit as a fiddle. Oh, he can't be dead. It doesn't make sense.
Of course it makes sense. He's been murdered. Good God, where's Florence?
In the dining room, sir. Shall I go fetch her?
Not yet. The last thing we need is for her to have one of her hysterical episodes.
Well, yes, sir. Do you think it was murder, Mr. Collymore? Or do you think perhaps was suicide.
Suicide? Charlie? Not possible. There was never a man with more zest than life than Charlie. He was young, rich, and soon to be married. Why on earth would he commit suicide?
But why on earth would anyone murder him, sir? Charles was such a good man, generous, kind, a true philanthropist. He never had an enemy in his life.
Until today, it seems. Damn it, Perkins. Charles Havisham was murdered in cold blood in this very room, on this very day, in this very room.
Shall I telephone the police, Mr. Collingwood?
Police? They wouldn't make it out here for days in this snowstorm. I'll telephone Inspector Carter. Just on the other side of the village. Hand me the receiver, Perkins. Thank you, Perkins. Good evening. Let's give me Inspector Carter. I know it's late. Damn it, I don't care about the weather. There's been a murder. Someone's murdering Charles Havisham. That's right. Thank you. He's on his way.
Inspector Carter.
He's the best damn inspector in the district. He'll crack this case in quick.
Very good, sir. And what shall I do?
Lock every door, man.
Right away, sir.
And assemble everyone in here.
At once, sir.
Good God. Just an hour into the engagement party already. There's been a murder. Florence!
Charlie!
Get out, Florence! You can't be in here!
No! I can't believe what I've seen. My God. He looks so frail lying there.
I'm so sorry, Florence. It's a shock to all of us.
His skin is cold to the touch.
No, don't touch him,
I
Florence! You mustn't!
Unhand me! Charles, one last embrace.
I cannot bear to see my sister in such grief.
Oh, how could he do it? On the night of our engagement party. Cecil, come quick! Your brother's dead! This way, Master Havisham.
I'm coming, Miss Collingwood.
I'm dead. Calm yourself, Cecil. Pour him a stiff drink, Perkins.
Right away, sir. Oh my God! He's drank the whole bottle! There's not a drop. There's not a drop left!
Oh, there's another on the shelf.
Oh, yes, of course, sir. This one's full.
This is horrifying. Who on earth would have the motivation to murder Charles Havisham?
I can't imagine.
Most dreadful, most unthinkable.
Thank you, Perkins.
It's unthinkable, truly unthinkable, right here in his own private room at Havisham Manor.
Just a week after our engagement.
He was a good brother. That's the best whiskey I've ever tasted.
Oh, have another to cool your nerves.
Thank you, Perkins.
Make it a double.
Thank you, Perkins.
Charles, oh Charles, my head is spinning. I'm going to become hysterical.
Cool down, Florence.
Another whiskey, sir.
Yes.
Charles was sat in your room when he was supposed to be downstairs with us.
Oh, he was a good brother. He was a good brother. But he wasn't as happy as he led people to believe. Underneath that cheerful mask lay a darker side to the man that many didn't know about.
No, it's true. His smile was just a facade. fortunate enough to be one of the only people he truly confided in. I've lost a real friend today.
We all have, Perkins. Hang it! I knew Charles ever since school.
I don't know how I'll ever recover from this.
You'll move back in with me. I'm your brother, and I will have it no other way.
Perkins is right. My brother was hiding a deep sense of melancholy and resentment. There's no doubt in my mind it was suicide.
Suicide, Cecil? How can you say that? Of course it was murder. Murder in the first degree.
Murder, nonsense. Nonsense. The man was paranoid, jealous, and, I can prove it, Perkins, and his journal from mantelpiece. Then, Perkins. Why, look at the last entry. I fear Florence doesn't love me the night of our engagement party. Fear engulfs my soul.
What? I love Charles! We are...
As I said, driven mad with paranoia and jealousy.
Hey, Kevin, he's here!
Oh, what a terrible snowstorm! Good evening, I'm Inspector Carter. Take my case.
Ah, yes, Inspector.
Ah! This must be Charles Haversham. I'm sorry this must have given you all a damn shock.
It did. We're all still reeling.
Naturally. Are any of you the deceased's immediate family?
I'm Cecil Havisham, I'm his brother.
I'm Florence Collymore, his fiancée. Tonight was the night of our engagement party.
What a damn sad thing. You! Have you poured everyone a stiff drink?
Yes, Inspector.
Cecil was just remarking on the exquisite quality of the solution. I'm sure we'll all fancy it is. Like that.
Let us all raise a glass to the man we all love. To Charles.
Charles! Delicious.
Lovely!
Listen, you must all be distraught, but forgive me. The sooner I can begin my inquiries, the sooner we can all get to the bottom of this ghastly business. If you'd be so kind as to bring the body downstairs so that I can examine it.
Yes, Inspector.
I'll lend you a hand, Perkins.
Then lock all the doors to the house and prepare this room. I'll conduct my inquiries in here afterwards.
Any ideas on the cause of death, Inspector?
Could be any number of things. Suffocation, strangulation, poison. Before fully examining the body, I wouldn't like to say.
How could anyone do it?
Try not to think about it, Miss Collymore. Once I finish downstairs, I'll speak to you each individually, and perhaps you can get some space to calm your nerves.
Thank you, Inspector. This is all that I
I'll be back presently, as soon as I finish exhuming the body.
Cover, improvise.
Oh,
Thank God they've... Thank God they've all gone.
don't say a word. If they find out about us, we'll be suspects.
You and I were having an affair. What of it? It's not that we killed you.
Of course not, but that's what the inspector will think.
Ah, it's fine. Carry on. Everything's just as it was. Except now, you won't have to marry my beastly brother.
We together, not have to keep secrets.
Oh, please, what's wrong with you? Just let me have one quick kiss.
If we report, it would be the end.
I can't resist you, Florence. I can't control
The
myself.
inspector requires a pence. What's going on in here?
Oh, sorry. My head flustered. Cecil was just cooling my brow.
Yes, just cooling her brow.
I don't see how my sister's brow is any business of yours, Havisham.
Don't be a prick, Tom. Cecil was only trying to help.
Yes, Tom.
There, then. If you'll excuse me, I have the pence.
Thank God he's coming. That's such a nuisance. Oh, Florence, let me kiss you just once.
I can't. Dad kissed me 1,000 times.
Sorry to disturb you, Miss Collymore, Mr. Avisham. I've come to collect the keys to lock us all inside.
They're by the telephone, please.
I shall lock the doors at once.
That hopefully. Of course.
Cecil, my passion makes me forget
I
myself.
forgot the inspector's notepad. What in God's name?
I was about to faint. Cecil caught me.
You know, sis, I don't appreciate you trying to get your hands on my sister on the night of her fiancé's death.
Well, you should take better care of it then, Collymore.
I'm overcome.
I haven't the time for this. Now that I have the inspector's notebook, I'll be on my way.
Blasted interruptions.
Kiss me, Cecil.
Oh, I want you, Florence. You make my heart beat out of my
Your
chest.
eyes send me into a dream. Kiss me, Cecil. I can't wait a second longer.
Oh. Sorry to interrupt you again, Mr. Havisham. Miss Collymore, I've come to prepare the room.
Put them on the mantelpiece, Perkins. Put them on the mantelpiece, Perkins. Thank you, Perkins. At last, we're alone. At last, we're alone.
Hello, Cecil. Let's run away together, far, far away.
Soon, my love, but we mustn't arouse suspicion. We have to be careful.
Cecil, tell me, who do you think killed Charles?
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind. It's without question, Florence. He was killed by your brother,
Oh, my
Thomas
brother?
Collymore.
What of a devil of a situation this is?
Not so fast, Inspector.
But why would Thomas want Charles dead?
Isn't it obvious? Yeah. Isn't it obvious? He was always bitter and possessive when it came to you. The sheer thought of his sister marrying his best friend, it drove him to madness. He saw you together at tonight's engagement party. He snapped and killed Charles.
But if it is Thomas, what if he finds out about you and I?
I don't think there's any doubt. He would try and kill us exactly the same way like how he killed Charles.
I feel faint again.
Oh, Florence, don't worry. Just follow my lead.
I'm sorry to have kept you, but now when I have inspected the body more closely, our interview can proceed. Perkins, bring in Charles's personal effects.
Where would you like them, sir?
Set them down on the mantelpiece.
As you wish, Inspector.
Don't go, Perkins. I need to ask you first a few questions first. Miss Havisham, Miss Collymore, perhaps you'd be so kind as to give us a moment's privacy.
Naturally.
Don't just stand there, Perkins. Take a seat. I don't smoke. But you go ahead. How are you feeling, Perkins?
Oh, a bit shaken, sir, but all be fine.
You were close with Charles Havisham?
Yes, sir. Very close.
You don't appear very upset by his death.
On the contrary, sir, I've barely taken it in. He was such a kindly, charming man.
It's true.
You met him?
Oh, once, briefly, at the local police station. He came in as a consultant on...
Evening, Inspector!
Once, briefly, at the local...
Of course they didn't notice!
A police station. He kept...
I had lived!
He came in as a consultant on a fraud case I was working on.
I see.
Oh, how long have you been working at Havisham Manor?
80 years.
80 years?
8 years, sir.
8 years. Have you enjoyed your time here?
My time at Havisham Manor has been a joy. I feel that since I've come here, I've been seen not only as a butler, but also as a friend, a confidant. If you need me, sir, I'll be in my quarters. Exits. Exits.
If you'd be so kind as to send in Florence Collymore on your way out.
I'm already here. Don't be too hard on me, Inspector. I feel fragile as glass.
Don't harass her, Carter. She's been through a lot tonight.
At last, Collymore, you found me a pencil.
Yes, Inspector.
Thank you. And my notebook? I knew I'd left it somewhere. Now I need to speak to Miss Collymore alone.
Very well. I'll be in the library, Florence.
Don't fret, Miss Collymore. My questions will be brief and to the point, and then you can get some rest. Firstly, how old are you?
That's 21.
I'll make note of that. How long ago did you first meet your fiancé?
Only 7 months ago, but my brother has known him years.
And when were you due to be married?
In the new year.
That's enough notes for now. Did you ever think that you were...
When you love someone, there's no such thing as rushing, Inspector.
Did you ever think you were rushing into this marriage?
Oh, why? Why wouldn't I love him?
Did you love him then?
How could anyone have benefited?
Can you think of anyone who might have benefited from your fiancé's death?
Cecil?
Not even Cecil?
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down, Miss Collymore. Ah!
I wasn't having an affair. Don't raise your voice to me, Inspector.
You were having an affair!
Letter!
Then how do you explain the letter on the mantelpiece?
I didn't write that letter.
You wrote that letter!
You've read my letter. Where did you find it?
Addressed to Cecil, written in your hand, declaring your love for him and how the thought of marrying Charles would post you.
Charles read my letter.
You read my letter? Where did you find it? In Charles's pocket!
Charles read my letter! Then it was suicide.
Or murder conceived of you and Cecil Havisham so you could run away together.
How could you say that? Sure, Cecil and I had an affair. We loved each other, but we never wanted to hurt Charles, let alone kill him.
It's my job to ask the difficult questions, Miss Collymore. I'm sorry if this upsets you.
Upsets me? How dare you? My fiancé was murdered in this very room a matter of hours ago. I find your manner most unbefitting. I shall make a formal complaint to Scotland Yard.
Scotland Yard will not listen to the complaints of a murderess.
You diabolical beast. How could you? I won't stand for this, Inspector. Accuse me again, and you...
What's all this shouting?
What is this, Inspector?
I'm merely interviewing Miss Collymore. Nothing more.
Florence, calm down. Stop shouting.
Snap out of it! You're hysterical!
Florence, where are you going?
Come back here this instant! She's run off! I'll fetch her back. You stay here, Cecil. I dare say the inspector has some questions for you. You were Charles's brother after all.
I'm sorry, Inspector. She's badly shaken. As it would seem. It's been quite a night and it's getting late.
11 o'clock already.
Do you have any questions for me, Inspector?
Oh yes, Mr. Havisham. Similar questions to those I asked Miss Collymore.
Well, fire away, Inspector. At your service. At your service.
Indeed. You and your brother, did you get along well?
Up and down. Since Father died, there was rather more strain on our relationship. There's no secret that Father cared for Charlie more than myself.
This is your father in the portrait, is it not?
It is.
He looks the spit of Charles, doesn't he?
He did. Ever since he was quite young.
You were the junior by 4 years?
Almost 4, yes, and didn't I know it? Charles always used to patronize and embarrass me throughout our childhood. Father always used to take his side. If Charlie ever didn't get his way, he was unbearable.
He sounds far from the ideal brother. It sounds like you hated one another.
Inspector. Inspector, please. Inspector, please. Charles and I we didn't always see eye to eye, but if you're suggesting I had anything to do with his death, you're mistaken.
I see. It's a dark night, Cecil.
Inspector?
You can barely even make out the trees.
What are you saying, Inspector?
I'm saying, Cecil, that tonight would be the perfect night for you to murder your brother.
Inspector, please. Me and my brother had our differences, but deep down we care for one another.
And yet you had an affair with his fiancée.
Well, what on earth gave you that idea?
The letter I found in Charles's pocket from Miss Collymore to yourself. As it seems did Charles.
Well, bravo, Inspector, very good. But it proves nothing. It doesn't mean that Florence and I had anything to do with his murder. But I can tell you who does.
Who?
Thomas Collymore.
Collymore? Ha! But he and Charles were old friends, were they not?
He's a dangerously unhinged man with a devil of a temper, and Florence is his sister. Now, I've said it before and I shall say it again. He couldn't give up his sister to anyone, much less his old school chum. He saw them together at tonight's engagement party, and he snapped and it drove him half mad, and he killed Charles. A crime of passion, perhaps, but there it is.
Thank you, Mr. Havisham. You've been most helpful. Perhaps you could fetch Thomas Collymore on your way out. I'm going to need to follow more than one line of inquiry at a time to get to the bottom of this.
Of course, Inspector. Anything to help progress your investigation.
Hang it all, Charles. Who could have killed you? Everybody under this damn roof seems guilty. That's queer. There's something underneath this cushion. Ledger? A ledger with Charles's initials inscribed on the cover. What's inside? Notes? Spills? The last will and testament of Charles Havisham, dated only today. Let me see. No, okay. I, Charles Havisham, hereby amend my last will and testament to leave my money, Havisham Manor, all its contents and grounds to... Good Lord.
Thomas Collymore for you, Inspector.
Thank you, Cecil. Tell me, did Charles have a study where he kept his papers?
He did. Second door on the right.
I'll return presently.
Take your time, Inspector.
Indeed.
Did you find Florence?
She ran out onto the grounds.
Well, Thomas. What were your feelings on Charles and Florence's engagement?
I was overjoyed, of course. I loved Florence and I loved Charles. I couldn't have approved more of the match.
But, Collymore, it's no secret that you were rather protective of your sister. I'll get it. Good evening. It's for you.
Who the devil is it?
Your accountants, Collymore.
11:30 in the evening.
Yes. One moment.
Good evening. Yes, this is Thomas Collymore speaking. It is inconvenient, yes. My recent deposits, what of them? Discrepancies? What are you talking about, man? Gone where? £9,000 stolen? Good God, man. Perkins, get in here.
Yes, sir.
Perkins, fetch me my bank book.
Your bank book, sir.
Thank you, Perkins. How could you allow this to happen? This is an absolute disgrace. I shall report you to the superior. Who am I speaking with? I shall write that name down. Mr. Roy. Roy. Now, how do you know this telephone call has put me in a very difficult position? I shall hang up the phone this instant.
What is it, Collymore?
Money stolen from my accounts.
Good Lord.
£9,000 stolen from my private savings.
Most irregular.
What a ghastly business. First, my oldest friend is murdered in cold blood, and I find myself on the edge of financial ruin. This evening could get no worse.
Oh, well, Thomas. Well, Thomas, I have a confession. I wasn't going to say anything, but the inspector seems to have found out, and, well, I'm tired of keeping secrets.
Oh, spit it out, Cecil!
Well, Florence and I Florence and I are having an affair.
What? You and my sister!
Now calm down, Collymore.
I knew it. You were always a snake in the grass!
Okay, Collymore, come on. Collymore. Come on now, Collymore. We're in love.
My sister does not love you. How dare you lay a finger on her? Your own brother's fiancée. It's disgusting. No wonder your father hated you.
They hated me. Oh. Okay. Don't speak about my father that way, Collymore.
It seems there was no doubt who killed Charles anymore. He was killed by his own vile little brother in a fit of jealous rage.
I shan't stand for this, Collymore.
You'll be sorry you ever laid a finger on my sister, Havisham. You'll be sorry! Gunshots in the library!
By Jove!
Dear God, what's going on?
Oh, I don't know, Inspector. I came in here when I heard someone screaming.
Get in here now, Florence! It's not safe down there.
Thomas, I'm frightened.
Don't worry, Florence. You're safe in here.
What's going on?
Isn't it obvious? Cecil has lost control.
Cecil, surely not.
He killed Charles tonight, driven mad by his lust for you. And now he knows we found him out.
I cannot bear it. Cecil would not do such a thing.
Of course you would, the damn lunatic.
You used to trust people, Tom. You've changed. This is a fine mess, sir. The worst night I've seen in 8 years of service. Save me, brother, save me.
I shan't let anyone have a hair on your head, Florence.
I'm panicking. I can't believe Cecil is doing this. Try to stay calm, Miss Collymore. I shall faint.
You shan't faint, confound it! What a devil of a situation is this?
Not so fast, Inspector.
We're all going to survive tonight, you hear me?
Take cover!
Great Scott!
Good heavens!
Don't panic! Cecil's crossing the landing.
We must lock him out.
I have the keys to the door, Perkins.
Here they are, sir. Here they are, sir.
Quickly, Perkins, hand them to me before Cecil. Good Lord.
Stumble. Fake deaths.
Cecil's dead? A double murder.
I found a Duran. Carry on.
Time of death, 1:45.
Cecil! No! I loved him. I loved him. I know it's wrong. I know I was engaged to Charles, but Cecil was mine and... I was his. I loved him. There, Miss Hollymore. Through tears. How will I go on?
But who could have killed him?
That's a good question, Mr. Hollymore.
One will need to answer quickly if you want to get out of this house alive.
Oh, Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch.
Of course, Inspector.
Now, is there anyone you can think of still on the grounds other than us four?
Not a soul.
Staff all go home on weekends. Well, except for Perkins. Of course. Good God, I needed this.
Does anyone else have access to the grounds?
No one, Inspector. I'm the only one with the master key, and I locked and bolted the doors as you instructed as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him?
That's a good question, Mr. Collymore.
And one we need to answer quickly if we want to get out of this house alive.
Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch.
Of course, Inspector.
Now, is there anyone else you know of still on the grounds other than us four?
Not a soul.
The staff all go home on the weekends, except for Perkins, of course. Oh God, I needed that.
Does anyone have access to the grounds?
No one. Inspector, I'm the only one with the master key, and I locked and bolted the doors as instructed as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him?
That's a good question, Mr. Collymore.
And one we need to answer quickly if we all want to get out of this house alive.
Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch.
Of course, Inspector.
Now, is there anyone else you know of still on the grounds other than us four?
Not a soul.
Staff all go home on the weekends, except for Perkins, of course. God, I needed that.
Does anyone have access to the grounds?
No one, Inspector. I'm the only one with the master key, and I locked and bolted the doors as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him?
Well, that's a good question, Mr. Collymore.
What we need to answer quickly if we all want to get out of this house.
Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch.
Of course, Inspector.
Now, is there anyone else you know of still on the grounds other than us four?
Not a soul.
Staff all go home on the weekends, except for Perkins, of course. God, I needed that.
Does anyone have access to the grounds?
No one, Inspector. I'm the only one with the master key, and I locked and bolted the doors as instructed as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him?
That's a good question, Mr. Collymore.
And one we need to answer quickly if we want to get out of this house alive!
Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch!
Inspector.
Now, is there anyone else you know of still on the ground other than us four?
Not a soul.
Staff all go home on the weekends. But Perkins, of course. Good God, I needed that.
Does anyone have access to the grounds?
No one, Inspector. I'm the only one with the master key, and as instructed, I locked and bolted the doors as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him?
No one could have killed him, except for the people in this room.
You're right, it's one of us.
I'm Paul, I'm stuck in a room full of murderers!
Damn it, Lord.
One of you killed Charles and Cecil Havisham, and we shan't leave this house until the matter is solved. You, take this body outside.
Yes, sir.
I'll lend you a hand, Perkins.
Let's go over the man who, according to your letter, you despise. Not only this, but you are having an affair with his brother, Cecil! Cecil! It seems plausible to me that you both murdered him, so you could murder him so that you could both be together.
Oh, stop it, Inspector! Cecil's dead now, too, and I certainly didn't kill...
What's going on?
You're lying, Florence! You killed him!
She's having another hysterical episodes.
Try to relax, Miss Collymore.
Florence, try to behave with some decorum. Remember yourself.
Someone ought to fetch her medication.
I'll go. Someone's locked the door. Good Lord, we're trapped.
Trapped! My God! You killed your fiancée, Florence! Well, what do you have to say for yourself?
I am an honorable woman, Inspector.
You're lying, Florence! You killed him!
I won't stand another second of this, Inspector. You're all beasts.
Did you enjoy killing your husband, Miss Collymore?
How dare you make such an accusation, Inspector? Calm down, Florence. Really? I cannot stand another minute in this room. If I can't get out the door, I shall descend from the window.
Oh my God, she's trying to climb out the window!
I am the murderer.
Calm yourself, Miss Collymore! You and Cecil both have plausible motives for murder, but not the true motive!
What are you saying, Inspector?
I'm saying the true motive belongs to Perkins!
Perkins?
Me, sir?
You, Perkins! A little earlier, I stumbled across Charles's newly written last will and testament dated only today, declaring that Charles wanted to make Perkins the sole beneficiary of his inheritance.
Surely,
It's not Perkins. There must be some mistake.
Save your pleading for the police station. Cuff him, Thomas. I'll drive you there myself as soon as the snowstorm has passed.
well, that wouldn't be for hours. The snow's at its peak.
There must be some misunderstanding. I haven't killed anybody.
Perkins. Didn't kill Cecil as well.
Of course you did. Cecil found him out and Perkins killed him to keep him quiet.
Oh, no, I didn't. It's a misunderstanding, but I know who did.
You know who killed Charles?